Well, meanwhile, the Hong Kong pro-democracy media outlet Stand News has said it is closing after hundreds of national security police raided its office on Wednesday. These are some of the images from the raid. 7 current and former employees were arrested for publishing what police described as seditious publications. Stand News, set up in 2014 as a non-profit organisation, was the most prominent remaining pro-democracy publication in Hong Kong, following the closure of Jimmy Lai's iconic Apple Daily tabloid. Our correspondent Danny Vincent told us more from Hong Kong.
Earlier in the day, of course, hundreds of police officers raided Stand News. A number of former and current journalists were arrested. Now, Stand News is considered by many people to be perhaps the last prominent pro-democracy publication here in this city. When Apple Daily, perhaps the most popular tabloid in Hong Kong, was closed earlier in the year, many observers and critics pointed to Stand News. Many questioned how much longer this publication would be able to last. I've been speaking to many of the journalists over the last few months. There was a sense of impending doom, you could say, about the fate of this organisation. But there was also a lack of clarity. I think people didn't know when they were crossing the lines. Many journalists and activists often claim that the lines in this city, the red lines, the red lines are shifting very quickly in this city. Now, a number of journalists are still waiting outside Stand News. They're hoping to get a statement from the organisation. It's not clear if they will speak again. We know that they have now ceased to operate. We know earlier in the day it stopped updating articles on its website. So I think many critics will say that this again is an example of the law being used in Hong Kong to silence people and organisations that have opinions which are critical of the authorities.